Hi, beautiful. I want to share how I used to have this struggle with conceit. And I would think about, oh, I have these different gifts and these different talents. And I would look at that. And sometimes I would think with relief, like, oh, phew, I'm so smart. I'm so great. And, these are all the ways that I'm better or more special than other people. And a few years ago, Spirit asked me to really look hard at that aspect of my psyche and see it for what it truly was. It was fear masquerading as confidence. It was fear and it was weakness. Because the truth is, I was only telling myself that I was more than others because at my core, I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't feel that I was enough. So I needed to be more than, better than, special. I needed to be special. And as I pondered and reflected on that, I realized that this has a biological root. In man's early history, we had to contribute something of value to survive. You couldn't just lounge around writing poetry as a true expression of your being if your tribe didn't happen to value poetry. You couldn't get by just being yourself. You couldn't get by, for example, creating beautiful artistic expressions in the sand if your tribe didn't treasure like ephemeral performance art. Maybe that's your true expression of your being, but the tribe didn't value it, then watch out, And maybe that was because their value systems were different or they were just in such dire straits that trying to survive and stay alive had to be the biggest priority. So in a sense, it's very natural, and we carry that in our DNA and in our collective consciousness, that we need to be of special value to others to have worth. We need to be contributing. And the more value you provide, whether that's from being just very beautiful or very intelligent or very competent, according to whatever the subjective needs or values of the tribe was, then the more value you felt you had. And if you felt loved and valued, then that, if you were truly loved and valued by the tribe, then you would be very unlikely to be cast off or cast out. And so you were literally more likely to survive. And it is a natural survival instinct to want to have more relative value than others. Because when you're higher up the food chain, then someone lower down the chain in perceived value is going to get cast off and risk death before you do. So feeling special, that does make our lower self feel safer in a sense. But while that kind of proving and posturing of one's value and importance may have been a survival mechanism in the past, it's something that now holds us back from evolving as an individual and as a species. We are physically safe to move past that fear-based comparative thinking. And we can still have compassion for ourselves and for others who are in this trap once we realize that the conceit comes from fear. It comes from a perceived lack of safety at our core. It's not because we're bad or horrible. It's because there's a feeling of unsafety there. And once I started healing that aspect of my being, I no longer wanted to be better than others. I still had this desire to express as my best self, but I wanted to be better for others, to serve, to contribute to the whole, and to create my part of this beautiful tapestry that we're weaving together. And from that place, I was having so much more fun contributing because now I was creating and contributing from a place of happiness and fullness, not from this pit of scarcity or lack that, oh no, I better be really special, I better be really good, or they're gonna kick me out of the tribe. And when you're contributing from a place of happiness, that becomes indistinguishable from play. That's what I found. And there is such a lightness of being that comes from serving the whole in a playful, joyful way. I'm not afraid anymore that you're going to kick me out. I'm here to serve and to give and to be. And from that place, I realized I'm not here to compete. I'm here to complete. And you're my sisters and brothers. You're not here to compete with me. That extra L, that stands for love. And you simply add that L, that love, to the word compete, and now you have complete. It's just that one L. It's that love. And you're here to complete me, and I complete you, because we are all part of one beautiful, harmonious whole. And I also believe that On the micro, each of us is already whole and complete within our own being. But we are part of this larger ecosystem and continuum called humanity. And where I'm weak, I see that you are strong. And I'm willing to accept your gifts and offerings and be blessed by them. And I offer my strength and gifts to bless you where you feel weak. Because I love you. Not because I'm afraid of you. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Beck Sato. I'll see you soon.